Warning, the following is entirely satirical and should not be taken as truth or fact. Styles Rebel Radio and the Rebel Podcast do not own any copyrighted material that may be included in this broadcast. Viewer discretion is advised.
I've never cremated anyone.
Suspend the show right now!
You're gonna zipline directly into the harpoon?
Yeah.
What do you know about planes?
I know a lot about planes.
Buckle in, dude. It's gonna suck.
Put your hand on the screen.
How did they find out? Who was the one?
This show has gotten infinitely more gay.
The mystical land of New Jersey.
I don't understand how the laws in this country work anymore.
Welcome to the Rebel Radio Show, live, uncut, and uncensored on WSRR Radio, saving the underground music scene. To my right is Y2J. On the board is Jules.
Hello.
I'm Radio's Rebel DJ Styles. Shane's on his way back from the Congo as we speak, so TBD on his estimated arrival and departure time. 216-859-8699, that number to text in. Once again, that's 216-859-8699 is that Rebel hotline. Text into this show or any other. We're brought to you by Synergy Music Studio out of Chicago, Illinois. For recording, mixing, mastering, production, or more, SynergyMusicStudio.com is your one-stop shop. I'm a little winded already.
Yeah, you were running around.
I was running around. We were coming off a 12-hour Rebel-thon the other day.
Yeah,
That was a lot of talking.
that was a lot of talking, and you were front and center for a lot of it.
There's a lot of hot air coming out of the Rebel Studios. There's a lot of people sitting in my damn seat over here,
Yep.
fucking with my mic position. I get in here today, and my mic flag's all down and turned and in all kinds of different angles.
Jake Underwood, I saw him rip the mic completely off the stand a couple of times.
He ripped the mic out of my mic out of the stand. He broke the seat where Shane sits, like couch collapsed.
That's true. That's true.
Pulled the headphones out for himself and for Shane
Mhm.
several times, and then got shocked by the wires in them. So Jake just showed up and started fucking up the studio. I want to say yesterday, or the day before, actually, for the Rebel-thon.
It feels like yesterday.
Does, because this whole weekend has been a blur for 12 hours of broadcasting, and then, hey, we're back here on a Monday live, uncut and uncensored, on WSRR Radio. Why am I getting texts about people playing Fallout 76? That doesn't concern me right now.
It should.
It doesn't, because I'm not getting into Fallout 76. That'll be a whole 3-hour spiel. Like, that's overtime. We're doing OT Rebel Radio show if I have to talk about Fallout 76. But we're brought to you by Synergy Music Studio, Hub Under Vinyl out of Pittsburgh, PA, the one of America's most trusted custom vinyl record pressing plants. GenericClothes.com. I'm wearing mine right now. I got my famous musician shirt on. You can too. Go to GenericClothes.com. Tell the big brand clothing companies to suck it. And Clearview Windows out of Northern Ohio. If you need windows or doors for the summer months, even as we get into the fall, to make sure you're not losing money and just throwing it away with ineffective, inefficient. I can't do that one. I can do custom vinyl record pressing plant.
Nobody else can.
But
It's so hard.
ineffective, inefficient is the hard one for me. But if you're throwing money away with ineffective, inefficient windows, give JD Miller at Clearview Windows a call, where quality is more than just words on a sign. Thank you to everybody who joined us for the, again, not yesterday, 2 days ago at this point for the Rebel-thon. 12 hours of live radio shows, music, interviews, guests, giveaways, and more. So thank you to everybody who listened to that. If you want stickers or prizes or packs or t-shirts, those are in the mail. The physical items like t-shirts, and we had some other giveaways of that nature, CDs, things like that. Those will be in the mail within the next few days. So you should have that all by next week. But thank you for everybody who listened in and sent in money at our Venmo at WSRR Radio to help keep local music on the air, ad-free and live. And if you want to send other money other places, now I don't recommend this. I always recommend supporting local music at WSRR Radio on Venmo. I don't recommend Venmoing the federal government to help pay down the national debt.
Oh, come on. Why? It's so cute.
Because they already take our money for that, and clearly they're not doing it right.
I don't understand how the government is allowed to take Venmo.
Yeah. Okay, so story here. The federal government opened up, the U.S. federal government opened up a Venmo account that you can send money to, and apparently that money goes to putting it towards the
Counteract
national
public
debt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing. We're $36 trillion in debt.
And every American is also in debt.
Right.
So why would we willingly pay the...
Bold move.
Yeah, it's kind
Bold
of...
move.
I feel like
When you already tax us.
it's got to be a bit, right?
I don't think it is, because you can do it. I gotta figure out this fucking.
But like, what's the Venmo handle? Oh no, don't share that.
No, I want to
Don't-
share the Venmo
Don't
handle.
pay the government.
No, because if they have a Venmo, you should be able to request from them too. And I think everybody out there should be requesting from the federal government.
Yeah.
Here's what you should really be doing. Here's my overarching point of this whole story, and we'll get into that because I'm going to find I keep wanting to say cash tag.
Yeah.
And Lucas brought it up on the live Behind Enemy Lines the other day that does Venmo have a name for it? Is it just your
think
username,
so.
your Venmo username? I don't use Venmo. I don't have a personal Venmo. We just use it for the studio. I use Cash App, and Cash App has a cash tag. But apparently you can also PayPal the federal government. Like so maybe Cash App next. Maybe at US government will be the next cash tag. Don't send or request money from that because I don't know if that's the actual thing.
Venmo refers to it as your pay name.
I'm not going to call it that. I'm just not going to call it that. I'm going to say your Venmo name. Pay name sounds like a PayPal. Well, no, they're not the same
They're
company
not.
because they broke up.
Yeah.
They had a falling out. They're not on speaking terms. They're on a break. Yes. So the government wants you to Venmo the money to pay back the national debt, which, if you don't know, that's why we have taxes in the first place. That money, that federal taxes anyway, are supposed to go to things like this, which everybody's being taxed. So not only do your federal taxes get taken out of your paycheck every week to that, you have to pay your taxes every year at the end of the fiscal year that go to that. And we're taxed on everything all the time locally too. You have a grocery tax, you have a sales tax, you have all kind of property tax, all kind of different unjust taxes, right? So the balls on the federal government to sit here and say, hey, if you want to help out, Venmo us. The fucking government is e-begging. This is as bad as when someone goes on Facebook and says, hey, it's my birthday, here's my cash tag. Number one, don't do that. You're a bad person. You're a bad person in my mind if you do that. You're e-begging. No one cares that it's your birthday. If anyone cares that it's your birthday, they're going to see you in person and give you a present or money in person. Don't e-beg. Your birthday is not an excuse to e-beg. It's not. You're a bad person regardless.
I think
Buy me a drink for my birthday. Go fuck yourself.
the only time I ever did that was for my 21st birthday.
No,
It
go
was
fuck
buy me a
yourself.
shot.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Because I hate begging. I hate asking for money, and it's such a shitty culture that has become mainstream, especially in the day of like content creation.
Yeah.
Everybody begs for money for everything because everyone thinks they're a content creator because they have social media. Fuck you.
And then all of their lives, all the gifts equal money, and you tell people, I need this many gifts and I'll do this. Yeah, that's TikTok for you.
I'm sorry. I'm just reading into this federal government Venmo a little bit more. It says the U.S. Treasury Department has long had a gifts to reduce public debt page available for those who like traditional charity. What?
That's a tax write-off.
That's it. That's all this is. I would assume you can write off. Here's the catch-22. Here's the real catch-22. Because now they're going to crack down on people paying their taxes on Venmo transactions. If you donate, quote unquote, donate to the federal government to pay down the debt, they're going to come after you for tax evasion for not claiming your Venmo tax at the end of the year. That's what this is.
That's possible.
Because let's be honest, who's filing their Cash App tax return? Who's going on Cash App and going through their filings? I'm not saying I am or are not. I'm just
Allegedly.
saying who's doing it. This is a satire show, by the way.
Well, Cash App has the thing in their app, though, to like connect with your taxes.
So does Venmo, I think.
I don't know. I don't use Venmo.
Venmo, to my knowledge, and this might only be for a business account, which I don't have. But to my knowledge, Venmo, and it should be similar with Cash App, you have to make a certain amount of money in transactions on Venmo that are business transactions, like not between friends, for it to be considered taxable income. And then at that threshold, Venmo is supposed to send you a tax form in the mail to fill out.
Okay. Because you're basically using Venmo as a business partner.
Right. Well, not as a business partner, as a bank account.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, again, I have no idea. I'm not doing Venmo or Cash App or PayPal taxes. I get a statement from PayPal every month. I couldn't tell you the last time I used PayPal. I set up PayPal when I was like 17 to sell something on eBay. I couldn't tell you the last time I used PayPal, and every month, without fail, I get here's your PayPal statement. I signed up for fucking Robinhood.
What is that?
Do you remember it's penny stocks, the penny stock app?
Yes.
I signed up for Robinhood for 1 day because somebody sent me a referral code, and I signed up so they could get $5. And now I get a monthly statement from Robin. I don't even think they're a thing anymore. They got sued. I thought they got shut down.
I thought they got shut down.
I still get a monthly statement from Robinhood and PayPal saying, hey, here's your statement for the month. It's nothing. Don't send it to me if it's nothing. There have been no transactions for literal years. Don't send that to me.
Well, and then you'll call them and tell them not to, and then they'll be like, well,
they'll get me for tax evasion.
Either that, or they'll be like, I'm sorry, it doesn't show that you have an account with us.
One of these days, I'm going to go down for tax evasion. I think that's the moral of the story here. They don't like traditional charity.
I think more people should go down for tax evasion before you.
But they won't. That's the worst part. But they won't.
That's fair.
Because those are the people donating to the federal government on Venmo.
Gifts to the federal government.
This is literally a bailout. This is literally like what billionaires do on Wall Street. They give money to the federal government so when they break the law, they can get a bailout from the federal government. It's literally, you're paying off the government. You're telling me right now, if I sent $1 million via Venmo to the U.S., it's the Treasury, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, the U.S. Treasury Department. If I send $1 million right now via Venmo to the Treasury Department, you're telling me if I got in like federal trouble financially, I wouldn't be able to turn around and be like to my lawyer.
I took $1 million off the public debt.
Yeah, I'd turn right around to my lawyer and say, hey, let's talk about the time that I gave them $1 million out of my goodwill, out of charity. Also, fuck the government for saying, oh, for those who don't like traditional charity, this shouldn't be charity. I shouldn't have to give you more money when you're taking money from me.
The government should never be treated like charity.
This is the equivalent of me going to fucking Starbucks and being like, hey, let me get an iced coffee. And then they have the audacity to ask for a tip and get mad when I don't tip. I am paying for the product that you told me the price for. And I'm paying that price. You chose to work here and are getting paid to work here. Why am I responsible for paying more? This is fucking dumb. And I want to know who's doing it. Because there has to be someone.
Like,
right?
Someone's name on the Venmo account?
Well, no. There has to be someone who has donated to this, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But
who and why?
Honestly,
billionaires?
I
because
think
it's convenient?
Either billionaires because it's convenient or dumbass people because it's a bit and it's funny. Oh, I'm going to donate to the national debt.
I hope, and I don't because it's fucked up, but I hope that everybody who has donated to the US Venmo account as a bit gets a letter in the mail for taxes.
Gets a letter in the mail for jury duty because they're an exemplary citizen.
I don't think that's how that works. Well, you can't be on jury duty if you don't vote, right? Isn't that if you're not registered to vote?
Yeah.
I don't know why I was saying probably not if you don't pay your taxes either.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right?
But I mean, who's going to really look into that?
Yeah, you're kind of outing yourself.
Yeah.
If you get called for jury duty, you're like, well, I don't pay my taxes.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to jail. That's what's going to happen.
You're a citizen that has voted, so now you're in the jury pool, and then they call you up, and you're like, yeah, I vote in the presidential election, but I don't pay my taxes.
I can't find what the Venmo account is for the U.S. Treasury.
I wonder. Well, put in pay name.
It's bringing up the same fucking article.
How do I pay the government?
What is the U.S. Treasury Venmo? It's telling me what it is, but it's not telling me the pay name. Pay. I said it. I said pay name.
You did.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell the pay name is for the U.S. government. I just want to request money. I just want to every 2 weeks. This is all I want to do. Every 2 weeks when I get my paycheck and I see the 40% they take out of my paycheck, I just want to request it. I just want to request it back from the federal government.
That's a good idea.
We've been told this our whole lives. If you're in our generation, we're not going to make it to Social Security. Request your Social Security week to week from the federal government via Venmo. 216-859-8699.
If LimeWire taught us anything, your digital music is free and open to piracy, and even manipulation when it comes to digital distribution. So why settle for a bunch of ones and zeros floating around on the internet? Make your release something special with Hellbender Vinyl. Hellbender is one of America's most trusted custom vinyl record pressing plants and works with local artists to get their next release pressed exactly to their liking. So check out Pittsburgh's first and only custom vinyl pressing plant today by visiting hellbendervinyl.com to get started. And don't forget, all customers at Hellbender Vinyl get 5 free test presses at no additional charge. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com.
Hi, this is Melissa,
And hey, it's Matt.
coming at you from Synergy Music Studio.
We are a recording and production studio located on the south side near Chicago.
Check us out online at synergymusicstudio.com. We offer recording, mixing, and mastering.
And follow us on Instagram at Synergy Music Studio. Rock hard.
Whoever's the owner of the gray sedan, you left the Rebel radio show playing.
Welcome back to the Rebel Radio Show. I tried to find the US Venmo payments account pay tag. What is it called?
Hey, name.
Pay name. I'm still not. Stupid name. I tried to find that during the break just by searching on Venmo. A lot of people out there, probably prior to this, a lot of people out there trying to scam people on Venmo by using US government as their pay name.
That's
There's a couple.
That's funny.
There's
I
a
never
couple
thought of
United
that.
States treasuries I found. There's a couple like United States parking service and things like that. And they're all listed under people, so it's not like it's a company that's doing it. So if you want to, for some reason, pay the federal government via Venmo, watch out for that. Don't pay John down the street.
pay the right one.
Yeah, double check with that, or just don't.
Or pay John down the street.
Or just don't pay the government. 216-859-8699. I wanted to give another shout out to Freakbait as well for providing some of the stickers for the Rebel-thon
Sorry,
this
I like
past
Freakbait.
weekend, as well as YourBuddiesGarage.com, of course, a great sponsor of WSRR Radio. Somebody get Green Day on the line because we're going to talk about brain stew.
Ew.
Are we not?
I mean, yeah, but gross.
Tell me about this.
So, sad situation. This couple, they lost their son, and obviously, when you lose somebody, you send them to a funeral home to do with the body what they do. And so, this body, the remains ended up at 2 separate funeral homes throughout like the week. I believe it went to one in South Carolina and then another in Pittsburgh. And then the Pittsburgh one is the one where the family picked up the remains. Although everything that was done to the body was done in South Carolina, and then everything that was put together in a box and shipped to Pennsylvania to be picked up, basically.
Why?
I'm not sure. I'm wondering. I don't know if they.
Was it like he died in a different state and had to be
I think that's
processed?
the
Is
case.
probably not the correct word.
Processed?
They had to process. You know what kind of process? Because they stuff them full of like embalming fluid and shit, right? You're just processing meat.
Ew.
Grind meat at Freakbait. You're processing meat. You're draining it. You're pounding it. You're stapling it. You're processing meat.
Nope. Don't say that. But I don't know. It doesn't really go into it in the article. It just says that these 2 locations were involved. And I'm hypothesizing that it's that case where he died in a different state and they live in Pennsylvania. Because it seems to be like Pennsylvania is home. So,
Carolina was the other one. North Carolina?
South Carolina.
South Carolina?
Yes.
So more than likely he died in South Carolina, was taken to some kind of morgue in South Carolina. The body was transported to I would assume, the preferred funeral home in Pennsylvania.
I would assume so, yeah.
To prep the body.
So a little messed
process
up on
the
the
meat.
details there. The meat was processed in South Carolina. So once the body ended up at the funeral home in South Carolina, the body went through the process, the stomping, stapling.
You told me not to say that, by the way, and then you're gonna say it. So all right, fuck you. Yes, they drain and squish and staple.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So just when I say it, all right.
You use drain and squish.
Because that's step one is drain.
Okay.
You ever seen an embalming table?
No, I haven't.
It's like a big metal slab. It's like a cheese grater almost, and so it can all the fluids drain under the metal that you're laying on.
I'll have to talk to my cousin. He lives above a funeral home.
Terrifying. People that do that, like I've known people who, and when one of them is justified because like their family owned the funeral home, so like they lived in the house that was attached to it.
Okay,
I understand.
Still weird,
yeah,
but...
I understand that, but like, yeah, I know people that are like they smell the incinerators and formaldehyde and shit because they just live above funeral homes. Mm-hmm. Got to be cheap as hell. Probably not the safest thing in the world either.
No, it's probably a little dangerous.
How safe is formaldehyde? It's not. It can kill you.
Yeah.
Also, people smoke it though, so like it can't be that deadly.
Oh yeah, what are those cigarettes called?
It's called wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, back to the draining.
Sorry, I was on my formaldehyde high.
But so basically the body was taken care of in South Carolina and then packaged up all nice and neatly. They wanted he was getting cremated, so that was the deal. They were cremating and everything was put together in a box, right? All of his possessions and things that he had on his body, his clothes, all that were put in a box with the ashes. And unfortunately, at some point, the child's brain matter.
I don't think he was a child.
It was their child, I guess. Yeah. So this person, this dead person,
some dude. Not to be disrespectful, but some dude.
Yeah.
Respectfully, some dude, some dead guy. Respectfully.
The South Carolina funeral home took out the brain matter from the dead body, put it in a red unlabeled box, like a small box.
Well, red is for biohazard.
But it wasn't marked biohazard. It was unlabeled.
But it's red.
And then it was put inside the possessions box with all of the stuff and the ashes and everything.
All right, I have a couple questions.
Okay. Well, that whole box, here, let me get to the end
go
of
ahead,
it.
yeah.
That whole box was then shipped to the Pennsylvania funeral home to be picked up by the family. They came, they picked up the box, and they were like, all right, cool, this is my son. Yeah. They put him in the car, they drive him on home. For some reason, this is the part where I have a problem with it.
They picked up his possessions. They didn't pick up their son and say, this is my son.
Well, they picked up the ashes.
Okay, but the thing that they had in the car was his box of possessions.
Box of possessions, ashes, and that little
I would assume they took the ashes inside, is what I'm saying.
I would hope so. I don't know, but this is the problem that I have. This is where it gets a little dicey for me. The father has the box of everything in his car.
Yeah.
I would hope he took the clothes and ashes out, but what we are told is that he left this little red unmarked box in the vehicle for a couple of days. He got back into his car and it smelled like a decomposing body, because it was. And it started to leak in his car and on his hands when he touched it, and that's when he found out that this box was in fact his son's brain.
Okay, still a couple questions and problems.
Absolutely. As one should.
Well, I guess we don't know if he was an organ donor, but I don't see another reason that they'd be removing his brain.
I don't know why they remove his brain either. Like, that's the part that's puzzling.
That'll burn. It all burns. The only thing that gets removed, to my knowledge, I've never cremated anyone, to my knowledge, the only things that get removed are like gold teeth and like metal. I don't even think they remove, like if you had a hip replacement, I think that comes out after. I think you get ashes and pieces of metal on the slab, but like they remove like gold teeth. I think teeth in general because they pop in heat, I think. But they don't.
The brain is not removed before
cremation. Why would it be? Why the hell would it be? It's like removing a kidney.
I wonder.
Mine might get removed because it'll fucking pop like popcorn, but like.
I wonder if it's possible that this was a child and maybe there was a what's it called?
I don't think it was a child
But
just
what is it
because they had to
called?
move. I don't know. A kid?
No,
a child?
No, where they cut the whole body open to figure out autopsy.
I just don't think. Even if there's an autopsy, think at the end of the day when it's cremation time, it's cremation time.
Yeah, you would think everything would go in there unless
they performed an autopsy on Chris Benoit. I don't think they kept his brain in a jar. I'm just saying.
I mean, unless they were going to send it off for like testing for like brain cancer or something.
I just don't think.
I don't know. I'm trying to be optimistic.
No, okay, because that leads into my next problem with this. If that's the case, and even if it was he donated his body to science or was an organ donor or they were like doing further research for some weird reason, if you're gonna put it in a container to ship somewhere,
it wouldn't be a box.
yeah,
it'd be a
probably not
jar.
like a paper box that it's gonna leak through. Probably bio waste bag,
yeah,
cooler,
the
thermos, anything that's not fucking a paper box that will leak through because of water.
The funeral home said that if they were intending to give somebody like a wet specimen, it would have been
Hell of a band name.
Wet specimen.
The Wet Specimens.
It would have been packaged correctly in a biohazard bag, clearly marked biohazard.
How many times we got to talk about body parts on this show?
Oh,
how many
too
times?
Many. Well,
way too many times. This is still not as bad as somebody who is keeping skulls.
I agree. I
don't think that one gets. Maybe the guy who wanted to meet up on Facebook to get his leg chopped off by another guy.
Who wanted to meet up on Facebook to chop
someone's leg up. Honestly, star-crossed lovers. Modern day Romeo and Juliet, if we're being honest.
Crazy that they actually met each other.
Crazy the guy regretted it halfway through him chopping off his leg, and that's when things got dicey. But moral of the story, we've talked about too many fucking body parts on this show. We've talked about body parts being lost in the mail before.
Yeah.
We've talked about too many. We've talked about body parts in Goodwill.
Yep.
And now we've talked about the wrong remains being sent. We've talked about
pet
remains being sent or
as human remains.
We've talked about human remains that are just concrete mixed being sent.
Or people that put on random necklaces and they're just carrying around somebody's friend.
Yeah, also don't do that. It's weird. Sorry, that's weird. But why did any of this occur? I don't think there's a single reason you can sell me on that they put a brain in a box and sent it.
I don't know either. And both of the funeral homes were found not at fault in this legal proceedings. I have no idea. That's what's blowing my mind.
I may be dense to this situation because I've never cremated a human being, as previously stated. In case anyone's wondering, I have not cremated anybody to date.
Yet?
I don't plan on it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if it has to be done, it has to be done. But I don't plan on it. It's like your taxes. So here's the thing. Do you not... I've seen pet remains get picked up.
Yeah.
Do you not get sent the remains, number one? And number two, don't you normally have the urn when that is done?
So...
I'm not. Here's the deal. I'm not cremating anyone to begin with, but if I cremate someone, I'm not getting them in a container and then being the one responsible for moving those ashes to another container.
That's usually how it goes. You have to pay extra for the processing fee.
That's fine. That's fine.
There's usually you get a cardboard box full of like
cardboard.
It's literally a cardboard. It's like a literal.
It's a brain box.
Like
it's what they would put the brain in theoretically.
But it's like a little cardboard box, and it has a little like cellophane bag in it.
No,
with your people.
No, I'm gonna send them an Ovaltine can. They can put it in. Also, super side note. Super side note. I've seen videos like Urbex exploration videos. If you're not gonna cut me off this time, I've seen Urbex exploration videos of people going into like abandoned funeral homes and cremation centers and things like that. And there were left boxes, I'm assuming, of ashes. Imagine how fucked up that is.
So find somebody's ashes?
Well, not only just to find somebody's ashes, but like being the person who is supposed to receive them or just having never picked them up. And then the funeral home goes out of business and then...
They're just left there?
Yeah, they're just in this abandoned building.
Eternal resting spot?
I guess so. I mean, it's just ash, right? You can dump it out back at that point. No one came to get it. It's not like they're going to miss it. Person's already gone. I'm just saying. 216-859-8699. What would you put your brain in?
What's the difference between the shirt you're currently wearing and the one that I am? Well, both do their job of concealing us from the outside world and social boundaries. But one little black swoosh makes yours cost nearly double. That red rectangle may not change how warm you are, but it certainly changes the price tag. The truth is, nobody cares about the details. Get to the point with GenericClothes.com. Have a laugh at the big brand clothing company's expense with shirts that simply say sports team, political statement, music band, and more. A shirt for any occasion and the perfect gift. GenericClothes.com.
Did you know that your old drafty windows can cost you anywhere between $100 and $600 a year? If you're in Northern Ohio, you need to give JD Miller at Clearview Windows a call. A small, local business that takes pride in its craftsmanship, Clearview Windows provides exceptional customer service and attention to detail that can increase your home's value with more energy-efficient windows and doors at a fair price. But don't just take my word for it. Google Clearview Windows by JD Miller and check out the reviews from satisfied customers. So give them a call at 330-521-0965. That's 330-521-0965. Clearview Windows, where quality is more than just words on a sign.
Are you ready, kids? It's me, distinctively non-copyright unspecified Sponge Man, and you're listening to the Rebel Radio Show on WSRR. Make the switch.
Welcome back to the Rebel Radio Show, live, uncut, and uncensored on WSRR Radio. Hey, download the free WSRR Radio mobile app and take us with you wherever you go. Pair us with your car, stereo, your speaker, your headphones. Anything that connects you to the internet connects you to the home of local and independent music. That's right. WSRR Star Radio is live 24/7, 365, and always local, nationally local, meaning we play your local bands across the nation. 216-859-8699, that number to text in. You can hit that line up all the time as well. If there's something you want to hear and we see it, there's something we want to play, of course. But download the app now, WSRR Radio, in your Apple Play or your Apple and Google Play Store. I haven't had the Apple Store in a minute, so I forgot it's the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. There you go. Welcome to the segment where I reinvent how old I am. Because what the fuck is a Labubu?
Honestly, I agree. I don't understand the fad. They're like way too expensive. They come in.
What are they? I don't understand anything about it, because I thought that was a stupid word that this generation had invented that meant something I didn't understand. I thought it was like a skibbity toilet, which I also didn't understand was a thing. I thought that was just word mush. That was just brain rot core of saying words together, but that's also a thing. It is a skibbity toilet is a thing.
Yup.
Apparently, so is a Labubu.
Yes.
Which I fucking hate saying. It doesn't feel good coming out of my mouth.
Okay. So
Bad, I don't even, pronunciation, I don't even know what you'd call that. Bad onomatopoeia. I don't like saying the word.
Labubu.
Terrible.
So Labubu is a
Sounds
character.
like ghetto trash words.
It's a character from The Monsters. It's a book series, I guess. It's described as an elf-like creature with pointed ears, a mysterious grin, sharp teeth. The series, including Labubu, was inspired by Nordic mythology and created by Cassing Lung. Basically, the Labubu figures are in these blind boxes that people are loving because it's a surprise.
This is not an American thing, right?
Oh, I don't think so. I'm not exactly
it's
sure.
become an American thing.
Everybody has one, apparently. It's ridiculous.
So it's from something else.
Yes.
But now it is its own thing. Labubu was a character in something.
Yes.
And now Labubu is a type of thing. It is a brand of thing. There are several Labubis.
Sure. There's plenty of Labubis
You
around.
can get different Labubis
Yeah.
in different styles and variations.
Yes. Different colors. There's a Christmas Labubi. I like Labubi.
These date back to 2023.
It's crazy. Like out
At
of
least as
nowhere,
their own thing.
They cost like $60 for like one. And people, grown ass men, are like breaking down these doors of these stores and being like, "Do you have Labubu?" Like, grow up.
Is this a Japanese thing?
I don't know.
This says Netherlands, but like it's also in Japanese next to it. Like it's telling me Netherlands, but next to it is Japanese characters. I'm gonna say this is Japanese. This seems like a very Japanese thing. Here's what really brought this to my attention: is I didn't know what these looked like until 3 days ago. And at that point, when I was shown these, it was through a meme that said "Evil does not die; it reinvents itself," and was a picture of Domo next to Labubu. And if you asked me today, current generation who shouldn't be listening to this show, if you asked me today, what is Domo? I wouldn't be able to tell you.
A square dude.
Brown Japan monster.
Yeah. Well, these are...
This is modern Domo.
Labubu is now a toy figure produced by Pop Mart, a Chinese company.
Chinese,
So,
okay. Well, Hong Kong's in Japan,
But
right?
these collectible items are very popular in Japan and the US right now.
Well, Hong Kong is in Japan.
Yes?
Hong Kong, Japan.
Yes.
That's where the guy who made this is from.
Okay, so...
He is from Japan. But raised in the Netherlands, and now they're popular in China.
Well, and it's about
America.
Nordic mythology.
Which I don't buy.
I don't know.
Because we talked about the chupacabra. I don't even know if we did this on air. We
I don't
talked about the
think we did.
chupacabra last week. Shane and I did. And what a chupacabra looks like, because he was under the assumption that it looked like a variant of Bigfoot, which could not be farther from the truth.
He was like, yeah, well, I like the Yeti, so Chupacabra should be great.
Yeah, no. See, chupacabra is the Mexican goat eater, I believe, is what the creature is. I know. I do a show on it. I do a show on conspiracies and cryptids, whatever. But no, definitely not in the Squatch family. The chupacabra I always thought was like some weird, like hunched over, hairy vampire looking thing, right?
Yeah, kind
This-
of like the Tasmanian devil.
No,
No?
this is in that family to me. This looks like a what was, oh man, what's the other? Chibi. You remember Chibi, when Chibi art was a thing?
Yes.
This looks like the Chibi version of a chupacabra to me.
It does.
That is what I'm getting from this. I don't see any fucking, not Norse mythology, they said?
Nordic mythology.
Well, they said Netherlands. That would be Nordic.
Yeah, so I guess.
Yeah. But I don't think that's what this is. I just don't buy it. Also, what are these?
I just won't buy it.
Every generation has this. Whatever this is, every generation has it. And I think ours was Domo.
Yes.
And again, not sure what Domo even was.
Well, Domo had variations too. We would put him in a sombrero hat and a mustache.
That's just because we had early internet culture. We didn't know what memes were yet. That's when fucking rage face comics were a thing. Like, I don't consider those variations of Domo. No.
I think those are variations.
We
of
had
Domo. And then we had the gay Domo was big. The rainbow Domo.
Couldn't relate.
I saw him on the internet a lot.
But we grew up in a weird, like capitalistic era of characters, though, like Sesame Street shirts, the
Yeah.
Cookie Monster shirts and hats,
Pants.
and well, no, those are just trashy people that wear those. Sorry if you're listening to that. I'm not sorry. You should never go out in public in Cookie Monster sweatpants or pajama pants. You're my enemy. You're an enemy of the state.
Are you the state?
If I was the state, you'd be quartered and executed for going out in public in Cookie Monster pajama pants. Just Cookie Monster. Oscar the Grouch is fine. Just Cookie Monster. No, but we had that, and we had like the hats. We had the flat brims, but also like the winter puffball hats of characters. Yeah, we had that. So like we very much just lived in a weird characteristic driven Stewie Griffin. Like you could go to any fair, any local fair, and they'd have Stewie Griffin plushes or the Rasta banana.
Oh, the Rasta banana is big.
Like, I don't know why we were such a character-driven culture in, like, the early 2000s, but that's just how it was.
I think it was iFunny. iFunny drove that.
It's just the early internet culture. We had fucking, like, again, like, Rage Face comics and Troll Face, things like that were no pun intended, all the rage. And Domo came into that. But I think if I were to have to relate, and it's
Nyan Cat,
Nyan Cat.
whatever.
Nyan Cat was just a video. That wasn't like a caricature.
And then it became a video game. And
Did it?
Like, yeah. Did you not have it on your phone?
No. No, that was a little before my time because I was I didn't get an iPhone.
I was a little before your time. That's great.
I didn't get an iPhone. Well, no, I had a flip phone.
It wasn't an iPhone. It was an iPod.
No.
iPod Touch.
No, I didn't have that. I had a first generation iPod Touch, so probably couldn't download it. No, I didn't get an iPhone until I was like 14.
Yeah, I was like 16 when I first got my phone.
You know, I had flip phones. But okay, so Domo is my one-to-one. That is our generation's whatever this thing is, because it's equally as unexplainable. They're not really appealing to look at. I could at least understand how someone looks at Domo and goes, "That's kind of cute." This ain't it. This is demonic. I don't know what the hell this is.
I feel the opposite.
Really?
Yeah, I think this is cuter than Domo,
No.
but I will not subscribe to it because it's like
This is just the ugliest thing I've ever seen. That's all it
Also,
is.
People have been taking the fur off of Labubus.
Furbies! Furbies are a good analogy. Sorry. You talking about taking the fur off, I instantly thought of Furbies. People used to skin the Furbies.
Yeah, they did. But people are skinning these, and they're just like a regular baby doll repurposed, and they have like little panties on and shit.
Well, why is it a
ridiculous.
fucking furry baby?
I don't know.
Why does this appeal to anybody? You know who this appeals to? Sociopaths. This shouldn't appeal to anybody. I think you have some serious repressed trauma if you're like, damn, that's cute, I need one of those. I don't like that. I don't like this. This gives off serious pedophile vibes. And the reason I say that is, remember fucking Domo? When like Domo got to the later stages of Domo and what it was related with? Pedo Bear. Pedo Bear and Domo were very interchangeable.
I forgot about Pedo Bear.
In the internet days. What a fucking crazy time to be alive, by the way, that we just name dropped Pedo Bear as a reference point. But what I was getting to is before, I guess we have a middle section. We have Domo, Furby, Labubis.
Furby was before Domo, was it?
No, Domo existed.
My bad. I didn't mean to wake the demons.
Domo is early. They were close. Like they existed in the same time frame, but like in terms of physical medium, like something I can hold, Furbies came after Domo, I think.
I just don't understand the phenomenon that Labubis have. Like, Domo was all well and good. We only shared pictures of Domo and...
No, I had a Domo plush.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, well...
But I definitely wanted it out of a claw machine.
Exactly. People are breaking down doors to get these Labubis, and...
People did that with Beanie Babies.
That's true.
I was going to say the only other two examples I have prior to like our generation are Beanie Babies and Hello Kitty.
I was going to say this
Hello
is like
Kitty
the inverse of Hello
massive.
Kitty. Like there was the character and then the show, but this one it's like there was the series, the book series, and now Labubu is its own thing.
There was something like this that existed already. And that's what I can't put my like during not Domo years, but slightly after. There was something like ugly little chupacabra thing that existed. And I remember this existed because like the weird fucking stupid mouth on this thing, it reminds me of it, and the ears. Like there was something like this that existed previously. And obviously it didn't work out, but this is not original.
Nobody's ever had an original thought. But Shane brought in a couple of weeks ago, we didn't actually talk about it, but one of the topics that he brought in was that some Chinese bank was offering Labubus.
That's right.
To open up bank accounts. So like
just toys?
Yeah. And people were doing it. And the Chinese government had to get involved because it's illegal. It's bribery.
Oh, I thought Labubu was illegal. I'm like, oh damn, they ban it that quick. Good for them. That is bribery. Yeah, I guess that'd be like if you were in 1994 and were like, hey, we're going to give away Beanie Babies if you start an account with us.
Exactly.
Then again, in America, they'd probably let that fly, no problem.
Probably.
But yeah, that's a weird... Opening a bank account to get a toy, you know? Like, maybe reevaluate some things in your life.
Yeah.
Like, maybe... This has... as much negative energy as people that obsess over pop figures.
I equated this with the pop figures, honestly.
It's just it's an ugly toy at that, but it's just a toy.
These get taken out of the box because you don't know what they are when they're in the box.
So, there's nothing that I can understand about this. I don't understand. They're ugly. They're stupid. They're expensive. Why are they sought after? What do you do with it? You just have it.
They're keychains.
Resell it? They're just keychains. They're not even like big plushes or anything.
No, they're literally like this big. People have been getting. They make now a. So, like the things that go into your vents in your car to hold
vent
things.
Clips.
Yeah, basically, they're making those. But car seat holders for your Labubu.
I was going to say some early internet words that aren't acceptable in today's culture to say on a stream. So I had to stop myself with that moment of silence. Started with a K. So there's that. I hate that. Hate that a lot. Ended with yourself. Here's the deal.
Gotcha.
Don't fucking do any of this. I don't want to hear anybody, because I know the target demo in America for this. I don't want to hear anybody talk about capitalism and how much they hate capitalism when you're going out and buying these stupid little toys. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I'm surprised McDonald's doesn't have Labubus yet.
Can't afford it.
Oh, that's fair.
Can't afford it. They have to have another Travis Scott meal.
Right now, McDonald's has McDonald's toys.
McDonald's is going to have Travis Scott toys again soon because he just blew his deal with WWE, so... He needs a new partner. We're going to get the Travie Patty too.
No.
Can you imagine how much that's going to pop off when the Travie Patty returns? You know it will.
Yeah.
They're going to promote it like it's the McRib coming back.
I hope not.
We're going to get the Travie Patty too. I hate Labubu.
Yeah, I really don't understand the hype. I know some people who like Labubus, who have Labubus.
Going into this, I didn't understand it. Right now, I hate it.
And you still don't understand it? Understand?
No, I still don't I know what it is now, at least.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought I would have some kind of answer as to why people like them. I don't. I just hate it because nothing makes sense about it.
And the crazy part is,
I thought I was old and I didn't understand going into this. Now I just hate it. So maybe I am just old. Yeah.
But
back in my day,
shut the fuck
we had
up.
Domo. And I don't understand that either. So really, what is the evolutionary chain here?
I just don't understand. 90% of the people who are buying Labubus have not read the book series that it is based upon.
Well, okay.
So why do you care? What made you want this? Some TikTok?
Well, people collected Pokemon cards and didn't know how to play the game. So if you ever own Pokemon cards but didn't know how to play the trading card game, you can't be upset about people not knowing the source material going in. All right? People own Pokemon cards, didn't know what the fuck how to play the Pokemon card game. So, I don't... Again, I still understand it. But I 100% expect people just to go and buy this because they saw it somewhere else, not because they know the lore going in. The fact it's just a keychain really fucking bugs me.
Yeah, it bothers me a lot. People are putting them on their, really expensive designer purses and shit, and it's
unironically thought it was some stupid little brand that an influencer started at first, just based on the name. I'm like, oh, is that Travis Scott's purse brand?
And that would trap.
I just keep saying Travis Scott because that's the only modern celebrity I know.
It's not even a modern celebrity.
Give me a newer one.
Emma Chamberlain.
I don't know who that is.
Exactly.
Well, does she have a purse brand called Labubu?
I think she has a makeup brand now.
Called
but
Labubu. There it is. These also remind me, not to the extent. Do you remember the little animal squishies? Mm-hmm. They weren't erasers. They're pencil toppers.
Yeah, I don't even know what they were, but they were just
But they were they were everywhere, and some of them were translucent,
and they would melt in your car.
Some of them were quote unquote rare.
Mm-hmm.
I remember those being a thing. Also, I never purchased those.
Oh.
But I had a shit ton. So I'm assuming I just stole those while I was in school. If you saw me in elementary school and I had the little squishy animal things, I probably stole them because I never purchased them. And I had a ton of them. Same with Silly Bands.
Oh, yeah.
I think I bought one pack of Silly Bands but I had an entire arm full of silly bands.
Well, then,
So I was stealing your silly bands in school, guys.
you were the guy that was traded on the trust system. I'll bring you my silly bands tomorrow.
No, I definitely wouldn't do that. I would just like see them when like they were left in class or something or in gym and swipe them.
Devious licking.
Yeah,
the silly bands.
I was licking the silly bands way before it was cool. There was, do you remember the ninjas?
Yeah.
The little spherical ninjas? Box Choi Boys, they were called.
Yes.
The Box Choi Boys. Unironically.
Do you remember Mighty Beans?
I do remember Mighty Beans. I said that to Ethan the other day, and I blew his mind because I was just naming old shit, and I said Mighty Beans, and that's the one that lost him. That and
it unlocked something in him.
The Crazy Bones. It wasn't Yo-Yo's Crazy Bones. It was something similar though.
Something.
But yeah, Crazy Bones and Mighty Beans. I very much had those and purchased those. Those
stole
were
Mighty
Go-Go's
Beans
Crazy
from other
Bones.
people. Yes.
I had Mighty Beans. I purchased Crazy Bones for sure.
And see, all of these things, I'm much more likely to buy again before a Labubu.
I was going to say, unironically, I looked up how much it is to buy a set of Box Choi Boys on Amazon the other day.
I was looking at silly bands the other day.
Well, don't do that. That's dumb. But Box Choi Boys were cool because you had the little translucent, like, Fruitiger arrow. They weren't they were ninjas.
Yeah.
Little ninjas with giant heads, but you could spin them. You could spin them on their heads. They used to have them. And here's how old I am, because now people are spending, I'm assuming, hundreds of dollars on these.
Yeah, they're getting multiples because
Okay.
they want the mysteries.
People are spending hundreds of dollars on a fucking keychain.
Yeah.
The things that were popular when, I can't even say grown up, there's grown men buying these.
Yeah.
So like the things that were popular when I was collecting toys as a child, were Webkins, but I was gonna say like Box Joy Boys and things like that you'd buy as small little things to trade. I was getting them from the fucking quarter machines at bowling alleys. Like that's where I got those.
Yeah,
that's the only place I ever got those.
This is not like, this isn't for kids. This is marketed for grown-ups that haven't grown up.
If you're buying it, you should feel bad. That's what I'm saying. Like and not that like you're making the choice, but like you're being manipulated.
Yeah.
You're falling for the trap, man. You're falling for it.
What are you gonna do with your Labubu in 4 years?
Nothing, because it's a keychain and it'll be broken and gross because it's furry.
It's furry.
You know what I'm gonna do with my Furby? Keep it on the shelf. Because people are gonna come in and go, yo, is that a skinned Furby? And I'm like, hell yeah, dude, let's plug in the iDog and play with my Furby, and you can touch my Zazzle. 216-859-8699. Once again, that number is 216-859-8699. We're for all of our shows right here on WSRR Radio. I want to thank our sponsors again, Synergy Music Studio out of Chicago, Illinois, for recording, mixing, mastering, production work, and more. Synergy Music Studio is your one-stop destination for all of it. I want to give a shout out to Hellbender Vinyl out of Pittsburgh, PA. They're one of America's most trusted custom vinyl record pressing plants. They do amazing work with local and independent artists. They're there to make sure your next album release is more than a bunch of ones and zeros just floating around online. Of course, genericclothes.com. I'm wearing mine right now. I'm wearing a Famous Musician t-shirt. But you can get a shirt for any occasion or any gift by going to genericclothes.com. I want to give a shout out, too, to Clearview Windows in Northern Ohio. If you need doors or windows as we head out of summer and into the fall, give JD Miller at Clearview Windows a call so you make sure you're not throwing money away with inefficient, ineffective doors and windows. Clearview Windows, where quality is more than just words on a sign. Once again, give JD Miller at Clearview Windows a call. If you didn't want to hear me stumble through all that, you can always go to WSRRradio.com. To the bottom of the website, we have all of our kick-ass sponsors there, so make sure you give them a follow and reach out to them in all of their services. Again, download the WSRR Radio mobile app. Take us with you wherever you go. It's completely free. You can do it on Apple and Android. WSRR Radio in your app store for more showtimes, schedules, and more. WSRRradio.com. Until next time, I've been Radio's Rebel DJ Style. On the board is Jules.
Adios.
Peace.